for America, Michelle Obama's office announces, and I want everyone to come on in here and show your support for the channel here. We're on Sight Sounds Flavors on YouTube, sightsoundsflavors.com. It is the night before the 4th of July. I'm going to crack open this Coors Light that was in the freezer. Oh man, cold as the Rockies, and that's for sure. Oh man, thank the good Lord it didn't blow up in the, look at it, it could have. See, because it's protruding like that, it could have easily have, it could have been like over. But, no, Michelle Obama's office publicly announced today that she's not running. And I'm wondering what you guys think about that. I think that Michelle Obama could beat Donald Trump. And I think that Biden is putting himself before country. Man, that's good. And it's sad because, if you're a Democrat, you want to beat Trump, right? Well, Joe Biden cannot beat Donald Trump. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a couple of three things. If Joe Biden wins, then you can definitely say that the election was stolen. I'm a Democrat, I'm telling you that. He can't win. How could he possibly win when people think that he's senile? I'm not going to vote for him. I won't do that to the country. I will not do it to the country. I won't do it. Lady Gaga Drip, how are you? Glad you're doing well, honey. Because I tell you something. I gotta put your country first. I appreciate the support, Lady Gaga. I can't see what you wrote down there, Lady Gaga Drip. I can't see what you wrote, but I appreciate your support. One of our very faithful subscribers. Subscribed something. I know what you said. Thank you for your subscription. But I thought you had subscribed a long time ago, so you're just subscribing now. Thank you, because that means that you've been liking and commenting, and you weren't even subscribed. Thank you for that. But I gotta tell you, it's a sad day when elected officials can't walk away, can't retire. Look at Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I loved Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But she was irresponsible because she died while she was on the bench. She was a failing health. She was way too old to be up there. But that's another example. May she rest in peace, but she put herself in front of the good of the country because she could not walk away from the power. She could not walk away from the limelight. Now, arguably, the Supreme Court justices aren't like in the limelight per se. They're not like, dancing on the floor of Studio 54. But in terms of the courts, the district courts, the court of appeal, the appellate courts. I mean, in terms of if you're a legal beagle, then the Supreme Court is the end all and be all. So she couldn't walk away from that. And now we're stuck with a 6-3 Republican majority. Hey, listen, if you're a Republican and conservative, then you're happy. You want Joe Biden to run because, Donald Trump is going to annihilate Joe Biden. So I'm sad that Michelle Obama's office announced that she's not running. I think it's a mistake. It is a mistake. But the reality of the matter, look, Joe Biden, Joe Biden was in the trenches with Barack, and it would be a huge stab in the back to not only Barack Obama and Joe Biden's ticket for Michelle to run now, but it would be a stab in the back to someone that the Obamas consider a dear friend. But to me, it's again, so what? So because they're dear friends, America has to have a senile president for the next 8 years or 4 years? Because I mean, I don't even think that honestly, I'm sorry I burped, but I don't think that Biden should be president for the next 4 months. Honestly. I think that if Joe Biden wanted to do right by country and wanted to do right by his name and his lifelong of public service, then what he would do is he would resign and allow Kamala to assume the presidency and have Michelle Obama run, or Kamala and Michelle run, or vice versa. Somebody else. Basically somebody that's not, senile. And maybe Biden is not senile. But a lot of people think he may have had a stroke. Other people think that he may have frozen up. The difference between me and a lot of people that criticize my channel from the left is that I'm not a hypocrite. I had legitimate concerns over Mitch McConnell when he froze up. So I'm not going to have them when Joe Biden essentially does the same thing. And Mitch McConnell froze up for like 30 seconds. Biden was like, intelligible for like 2 hours. And Mitch McConnell, even when he was the Senate Majority Leader, he didn't have the codes to the codes like Joe Biden does. I mean, we are at a really, really bad disadvantage. Not that there's a good disadvantage, but we're at a really severe disadvantage with Russia, with China, with countries that test us routinely. Because we got a guy who doesn't know, what time of the day it is, basically. I mean, again, look, I'm not trying to make fun of Joe Biden. I'm not. Just like I wouldn't make fun of anybody else for being old. But the difference between everybody else that's old and Joe Biden is that Joe Biden's our president and wants to be our president again for another 4-year term. And to me, as a Democrat, to vote for that would be irresponsible. That doesn't mean that I'm going to vote for Trump, but I'm just saying. To me, it is very depressing that Michelle Obama's office announced that she's not running. Because that's exactly what I didn't want to hear. But hey, that's just me. What say you?